This is Shelly Hits, and it's great to be with you today. I am going to be talking about procrastination. How many of you ever suffer from procrastination? Anyone? I know that I do. I've written a book called Procrastination to Publication, and it's about helping you get unstuck so you can get your book published. For those of you new to me, my name is Shelly Hits, and I'm an author coach on a mission to help you reach more people with your message. And I was thinking about this today because there was something that I needed to do this week that I have not gotten done, and I just keep putting it off. And so I just got back from my walk, and I was out for a walk, and I was thinking, what is at the core of my procrastination? Why am I procrastinating this thing? And so it got me thinking about this, and I came up with 5 different reasons that we may procrastinate. For those of us that deal with procrastination, what is it that stops you? What are some things that you think are stopping you from reaching your goal? One of the major things, one of the first things that came to my mind is fear. Fear often stops us from a lot of things. False evidence appearing real, or you can say that fear is the acronym for face everything and rise. And so a lot of times it can be fear. For me, this week, one thing I needed to do is start working on Facebook ads for my webinar, 3 proven book formulas every nonfiction author needs to know. It's a webinar I'll be doing October 1st. If you're interested, you can sign up at shellyhits.com/live webinar. But I need to start some Facebook ads for that. And I realized, I think part of the reason that I've been procrastinating on it or putting it off is because of that fear of failure. And I know I have only a certain budget to spend on ads. And if it goes wrong, or if I don't target right, sometimes it takes a while to figure it out. I was feeling that fear that I was going to waste money. So for you, what fear could it be that would be holding you back? If you're writing a book, it could be fear of failure. It could be fear that people are not going to like it, fear that no one will read it. I've heard authors say that over and over. Who's going to read my book? Who wants to read what I have? So the first thing that can be causing us to procrastinate is fear. The second thing that I was thinking that can cause us to procrastinate is overwhelm. I did a scope a while back on 5 ways to overcome overwhelm. You can see the rebroadcast at catch.me/shellyhits, katch.me/shellyhits. And it was a very well received, very popular, one of my most popular scopes. And I think it's because we all tend to get into that mode where sometimes we feel overwhelmed. Can I get an amen? And so sometimes when we feel overwhelmed and we don't know where to start. We don't know what to do first, what to do next. And we just get paralyzed. And it can cause procrastination. I had somebody in Author Audience Academy forums, it's my paid membership and my signature program, post this week that she was feeling overwhelmed and she was stuck in publishing her book. Part of it was being a perfectionist, but part of it is just she was overwhelmed. She's doing so many things and she has so much going on. And so what I recommended for her is to do a brain dump and decide what is the very next step. And what is the very next step that you need to do? And that really can help you get unstuck when you have that overwhelm. So the first thing I mentioned was fear. The second thing is overwhelm. The third thing that can be causing us to procrastinate is doubt. This is a big one. There's a lot of mindset issues to overcome when we're running an online business, when we're publishing books, when we're writing, when we're putting ourselves out there. It's so easy to let the few inches between here stop us. We start to have this self-doubt of, oh, is it good enough? And we can just start thinking all these things and doubt whether or not what we have to offer is enough. And I will tell you that after publishing, my husband and I, in our publishing company, we've published over 50 books, and it's never going to be 100% perfect. If you wait until it's perfect, then you will never get it done. And yet, so many times we allow that doubt and that self-doubt to stop us. And so that's another obstacle. And I was feeling that, I think, a little bit this week of just doubting my ability to put together Facebook ads in a way that will attract my target audience. However, I have a coaching program where people pay me to coach with me, and I also pay others to get coached. So I'm in a coaching program right now, and that coaching program is all about webinars and Facebook ads. And so I shared in the Facebook group about my fear this week, and the leader was like, Shelly, just post in here. When you have an idea of what you want, post in here, and we will help you work through it. And that really helped me to feel better about moving forward. But I'm still not moving forward. And so the fourth thing that may be stopping you from moving forward is being overloaded. And I think that was part of my issue this week too. I had so much going on. I had a speaking engagement Wednesday. I had a networking event up in Denver. I live in Colorado Springs on Wednesday night. I had two live speaking engagements yesterday. And I had just a ton of stuff going on this week. So part of it can be that we just have too much going on. So what I tell my members of authoraudienceacademy.com, and I often tell people when they're thinking about joining is there something that you can let go of during this season when you're writing your book or when you're doing something else? Maybe that you have another goal right now, but I'm an author coach, so I talk about books a lot. And, is there something that you can let go of or that you can stop for a while so that you can get your book done? Maybe it's a TV show you give up for a while. Maybe it's time on social media. Maybe you let go of some volunteer responsibilities, or maybe you get up an hour earlier or stay up an hour later or something, but something has to give. If you are a busy person and you're trying to add another thing, it's going to be hard. And then you're going to start procrastinating because you're just too busy. And then you're going to have you're going to start beating yourself up, and that self-condemnation, self-sabotage, and then it's just a spiral downward. So one of the things I realized for me this week is I had just too much going on. So I talked about, that was the fourth thing. The first thing was fear, and just allowing that fear to stop us. The second thing was to overwhelm. When we get overwhelmed and we're just not even sure where to start, there's so many details, there's so much going on. The third thing was doubt, especially self-doubt, a lot of mindset issues. The third thing is just being overloaded, the fourth thing. And all of those, I believe, can be overcome through a coach, having a coach. When people sign up for Author Audience Academy, it's not just a digital product, it's coaching. You get access to me every day in the forums, and so you get access to someone who's been there where you want to be, who's published books, I've taken the path, and I can help you to get unstuck, to overcome these things, to take the next step. And same for me. I am getting coached as well, and that helps me to move forward as well. So the fifth thing is, sometimes I believe that procrastination can also come because of a spiritual battle. And I am a Christian. I'm a Christ follower. And I believe that there is good and evil in this world, and that sometimes because you have a message to share, that message has a great impact and potential impact to impact many lives, that the enemy doesn't always like that. And so you may actually, if you are also a believer and you're doing things that are going to impact eternity, it may be a spiritual battle. And that's part of what I think I may have been facing this week as well. Along with everything else, there's some of that in there too. And so, these are just 5 of the things that can be deeper. But if you're procrastinating on something right now, I encourage you to go on a walk, to take some space, to create some space and say, okay, what's at the root of this? What is at the root of my procrastination? Because a lot of times it's a mindset issue. It could be fear. It could be overwhelm. It could be doubt. Or maybe it's simply that you have too much on your plate right now and you need to let go of something. Or maybe it's even that there is a spiritual battle. With my member in Author Audience Academy this week that was telling me she was stuck and was overwhelmed and all of this, she is a Christian. And so I said, I recommend that you also consider asking a few close family and friends to be praying for you, because this could be a spiritual battle and prayer is powerful. And so, that could be something too that could be stopping you. But if you need help on writing or publishing your book, I would love to help you. You can check out my signature program at authoraudienceacademy.com, or better yet, sign up for my free webinar this coming October. It's October 1st on a Thursday evening. And you can sign up at shellyhitz.com/live webinar. On that webinar, I'm going to give you the 3 proven book writing formulas I believe every nonfiction author needs to know. So I'm going to be covering my book topic formula. I'm going to be covering my book outline formula and the book content formula. So I encourage you to really check that out. And Anita, prayer is so powerful. I've actually formed a group of Christian entrepreneurs that want to keep Christ the center. So it's authors, speakers, ministry leaders, business owners. And if you would like to join that group, that's where you can get prayer support. That's where you can pray for one another. And you can get that at godlygain.com. It's a free Facebook group, and you can just sign up at godlygain.com and to get access to that free Facebook group. And that's where you can find that support and prayer and encouragement. Well, that's all I have for you today. Tweet me if you had any aha moments during this training, or if there's anything that I can help you with to get unstuck. My name is Shelly Hitz, and I'm an author coach and business strategist, and I encourage you to let your light shine. This is a sign my sister got me, and I encourage you to shine on. Thanks for being here today.